Hey everybody, this is Pastor Barry from Spout Springs Church, and this is my wife Angie.
Hi.
And one of the things that we're doing today is we're trying something new. As all of these families are being quarantined and staying at home together, we hear a lot about the struggles that a lot of people are having. And we just want to speak into that. We want to try and help out with that as much as we possibly can. So what we want to do today is just kind of talk about, we just want to give you 2 points. There'll be hopefully other videos in the future. We're wanting to do this about at least once a week. So first I want to ask Angie to kind of share a story of what happened while I was gone once before.
So Barry has traveled quite a bit off and on, and when he does go for a conference or whatever he's been doing, I miss him like bad. And I miss the opportunity to have a conversation with him. He's my best friend. So when he's gone, it's a big deal to me. When he gets back, I look forward to kind of a debriefing time where I get to talk to him about what's happened here and what he's been able to do there. And we like to be together. We like to go have lunch together or whatever it is and just enjoy each other's company. But I was explaining that I was really looking forward to this time together, just the two of us, when we were able to just talk. And a few of the people I was talking to, they were just kind of dumbfounded by the idea that I was looking forward to some one-on-one time to have conversation with my husband, because sometimes marriages, and I think this is very common, get into this rut of just doing the same things over and over again, paying the bills, taking care of the kids, and so we lose track of who the other person is and how to communicate with them. And so that's part of the reason that we've decided to do this video.
And so I just want to talk to you about 2 things today, just to start with. First, when 2 people are married to each other, they have got to talk to each other about how they talk to each other. One time I had been gone all day, Angie had been gone all day, and she'd been thinking about something, an issue that was going on, and when she came home, she tells me about it, and this is the first that I've heard about it, and she wants to know what I think. And she wants to know what I think right then, right there. And this happened several times in our marriage, and finally I just said, you've been thinking about this all day. I've been thinking about it for 8 seconds. I'm going to need a little bit more time. And she went, oh, well, yeah, that makes sense. And then there are times where I'll be speaking, we'll be in a group, and I'll be being a little bit more sarcastic than I should be. And Angie will kind of take her hand and just kind of reach over and put it on the knee. You know that move, guys? Which is her way of telling me that you are hilarious. You should keep that going. That's not what it means. And I try to be receptive to that, and because I know that she's doing it for me. She's not doing it just to try and lord over me. And so and I told her how I appreciate that. So you have to, and so we've talked about that too. You have to talk to each other about how you talk to each other and how you communicate with one another. And I kind of like you to talk to a little bit about the second thing, which is intent.
Intent. So in all relationships, one of the key things to understanding communication, I believe, is understanding a person's intent when they talk to you. There's just so many times, so many opportunities for things to go wrong in the way we say things or in how things are said or what's being said. And going back to understand that person's intent is incredibly freeing for you as an individual and for them. Just knowing that my intent is pretty much always to be helpful. I am kind of a crazy person when it comes to wanting to be helpful, and so and we're just learning.
Her words, not mine.
We're learning this more and more as the time goes by, but I truly am I just want to help, and sometimes my helpfulness comes a little strong and causes a little problems. But Barry is very familiar now with the fact that my intent is to be helpful, not to be critical, not to give advice where it's not wanted, just to be helpful. And so a lot of our communication has gone awry there, partly because Barry was raised in a somewhat critical family, and so he was used to hearing criticism instead of hearing advice or helpfulness or an idea or whatever it is. And so he's had to learn to remember my intent. And there have been things that he said that I've had to learn to remember his intent. So I guess what I'm saying is that it's just a freeing thing. It's a very freeing thing to go back and just let something go because you know the intent of your spouse or you know the intent of your friend or family member, and it's an important thing it's an important skill to have, is to be able to go back and remember and think about the person and what their intent really is for you.
And it helps you to keep from just reacting to what they've said, and you think about what they've said is really kind of the big thing about that. So like we said, we're going to try and do this hopefully at least once a week. We want to just try and help as much as we can. We want to ask you for a couple of things. First, please like. We've never done this before. Please don't hurt our feelings. Subscribe, I guess. And then
They say comments down below.
And they have to point because people don't know where, unless you don't know where down below is. So it's all down here. And we do want you to make comments. What we want you to do is to ask questions.
Yeah.
If there's anything that we can address, we're going to try and do that. If it's something that we feel we can answer, we will. And if we feel that we can't, we won't. We don't pretend to have all of the answers, and we don't pretend to have a perfect marriage. But if it's something that we feel that we can speak into because of past experience or what have you, then we will. But so please ask your questions below. And that's it, guys. We'll see you next time. God bless.